In this class, we had a really great discussion about possible topics for our final group projects. A common theme that really came out for me is that we all focused on projects looking at issues with some form of marginalized group. The topic I'm particularly interested in is refugee health. While we will be focusing on refugees post-resettlement in Canada, it's equally as important to understand the circumstances from which they came from, making that local global connection. The following video is a story of an Ogaden refugee who is forced to flee due to the effects of conflict.
Hafsa is a refugee from the Ogaden region of Ethiopia. She lives in the Ifo refugee camp with her children. She shares this hut with 3 other families. They also share every little space in the compound.
I ran away from killings, arrest and rape. Our problems are beyond description. My husband was killed by Ethiopian forces. We were living in constant fear. We couldn't even bury our dead.
Everyone here has a story to tell, harrowing testimonies that bear stark similarities. This woman has just arrived from Ogaden. She and her son braved a 2-month journey to the camp. She says she decided to leave after getting injured in the raging conflict. Many others are also nursing their wounds. Mohammed Aden says he was a Quranic teacher when his village was attacked by Ethiopian forces. He now has a broken foot and several wounds on his body.
We heard the sound of gunfire and tried to escape. The soldiers caught up with me and shot me 7 times and left me for dead.
In this camp live hundreds of refugees from the Ogaden region of Ethiopia. Their numbers continue to increase as many more flee the conflict there. Life here can also be very tough, but for them it is the peace that matters.
This is a boy.
And they are taking advantage of the tranquility in the camps. These women are catching up on studies.
What is a cow?
Nowhere do you see anyone of our age taking such lessons. We have never had an opportunity to get an education due to the conflict in Ogaden, and it seems no one cares about us.
Majority of the Ogaden refugees in Kenya are women and children, survivors of one of Africa's longest wars. Though separated and far away from their families, they still consider themselves lucky. Mohammed Ado, Al Jazeera, Ifo camp in northeastern Kenya.